Now, punters and dribblers, whether you're watching this or just hearing it, I know you all know about the cream punters and dribblers hats.
The off-white, the ivory.
Off-white, the 2024 membership, which has been tied up in customs for an inordinate amount of time because they think that we're trying to import drugs when we're not, because that would not be necessary when you've got hats as good as this.
Well, hats as hot as that set off alarm bells. Yep. It is what it is. Customs receives, containers full of the hottest hat of all time.
Hot hats.
And they go, all their equipment's going off. Everything's fucking ringing. Wee, 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 wee. We've got to investigate these hot hats.
Yeah.
Turns out they are hot. They're just not illegal.
Not illegal. It's not. Look, it should be illegal to look this good, but it isn't illegal yet. Although the government constantly trying to take control and power and just squeeze the throats of the punter and the dribbler. So it wouldn't shock me if one day these hats became illegal. But currently they aren't. They've cleared customs. They're on sale right now. Hellosport.shop. They've got the old school logo on the back, the OG logo, just like the black one. We thought, let's keep it consistent. Just like that black P's and D's. Let's get that old school logo on there. These things fuck, and they fuck for completion purposes.
They fuck real good. They're unbelievable. These are unmissable, these hats. Like, they do as advertised, which is make you a better person.
That's right. Now, do you want to be a member in 2024?
Yes
or no? Of course
you
fucking do.
No, yes or no. Do you want to be a member? Yes or no?
Of course you do.
It's a pretty simple question. Do you want to be a member? Yes or no? Just let us know. Do you want to be a member or not?
Hellosport.shop.
Hellosport.shop.
You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
What is up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to another episode of the Hello Sport Podcast. Home unqualified opinion, away everybody. Blah, 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 blah. You get it.
That time of year.
That time of year.
Just speed through it.
Speed through it. Doesn't really matter.
So you can fuck off.
So you can just get back to being fucking horizontal, Because it is the season of horizontality. We have got the big day, Baggy Green long lunch, 22nd. That's this Friday.
Have we, and this is again, peeking behind the curtain, have we solved the issue?
No. I tried to.
Issue not solved.
Well, the issue, issue one, restaurant, shout out to them, but we are inside instead of outside. There's no way around that. Tried to.
We've also overbooked. People be sitting on the floor.
But see, that was one where I just reckon you just squeeze a couple of people on the table and you just go whatever.
Yeah, you can definitely squeeze, but you can squeeze to a point.
Well, we're only
over squeeze.
We're only 3 over, aren't we?
Is it 5?
It's 3 or 4.
Getting up there.
We'll work it out. But then
I wouldn't rule out just staying at the pub.
Well, see, now this is the other thing. The pub has a massive fucking party on in the Arvo.
Does it? So we can't even go there anyway.
Well, you can, but there will be a section that's sectioned off. So the goal for this week, which was a thing that I was trying to remind myself of when I got in here, is alternate pub for afterwards.
So you can see, punters and dribblers, we're extremely organised. Hope this is filling the Baggy Green community with
yeah. It was probably better not to even keep it in, but afterwards doesn't really matter, right?
No, it doesn't.
That's fine. No. It's more to be honest. The biggest ball ache was just that we had to fucking sit inside the restaurant.
I know, which is so annoying. We booked it quite a while ago.
Yeah, dude,
you would expect to be able to sit outside.
Yeah, that's what pissed me off.
But we are in the season of absolute horizontality.
Yeah.
This is the final week, the final mountain, the final peak, the final climb, the final pitch.
Yeah.
That's a climbing term for you punters and dribblers. Pitch.
It's the climb. Shout out to
Alex Honnold
and Miley Cyrus.
A noted climber.
Well, she has a song. It's the climb.
I watched that free solo again the other day. I just can't get over it.
It's ridiculous.
It's completely
Did you see friend
absurd.
of the show Guy Williman's reels and shit on Instagram? Like he was in Yosemite or Yosemite, whatever the fuck.
Yosemite.
And he is just because obviously he's an incredibly talented photographer. He was part of the Kamchatka doco. But his coverage of Yosemite, while he was over there, was fucking insane.
Like when he comes through the tunnel and opens up, I'm like, What is that place? Looks unbelievable.
I know.
Thus its majesty.
Maybe we nip over there while we're over there for Vegas, you know?
I'll just go to Yosemite.
Just quickly nip into Yosemite.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I reckon we'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you just roll your eyes at me?
Yep.
What are you, fucking 15-year-old girl who's like waiting for their mum to leave the room and then just like rolling her eyes and you're like...
Tom, you can bet your last fucking dollar I just rolled my eyes.
And you stick your tongue into your bottom lip like this. That's what you did. Well, listen, it probably deserved it considering I was saying we should go to Yosemite, but whatever.
Yeah. It's a pipe dream, Tom, and a nice one.
Pipe dream, time of the year. Now, a couple of bits of housekeeping.
Well done, Jarge.
Well done, Jarge. Got engaged. Tobler up our ass. What are you doing on the weekend? Like, Tobler, fuck off. It's none of your beeswax, dude.
Nosy Tobler. I don't like nosy Tobler.
I suffer from FOMO.
Tobler gets so like,
what is so FOMO?
What's going on?
I'm like, dude,
what are you doing on
this has
Saturday?
absolutely nothing to do with you.
Like, literally, if it had something to do with your Tobler, we'd tell you.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
Like, you can be
You
having
can tell me anyway.
You can have a conversation sometimes, and Tobler's not in the room, but he just happens to have heard it somehow, and he's like, "Wait, what's that?"
I've got devices planted around the studio.
You're like, Tobler, not your fucking, none of your beeswax.
Just keep being a little brown noser. That's fine. But don't be nosy.
It's just FOMO, dude. I'm telling you. But yeah, shout out to Jarge.
Shout out to Jarge. Got engaged.
Congratulations, Fef.
Congratulations,
Congratulations,
Fef and Jarge. Nice. Very nice.
Wholesome. Cute.
Yeah, very cute. Very wholesome. Well done to Eddy for hosting a nice, relatively impromptu get-together.
Yeah.
Did
well,
very
as
well.
impromptu as like 5 days will give you.
Yeah, and like, but you did nothing until the day of, right?
Not personally.
No.
We were away.
Exactly. And we had a busy week.
But that was tough because I had to get up. Tom and I went up to Brisbane on Friday for a bit of a rip and tear. Came back that night, had to get up early and start,
Flight
being
got
domestic.
delayed. Brisbane was great.
And then at one point it's like, oh, where can it, like the guy came out being like, hopefully we leave soon. This is the flight attendant because otherwise we'll miss Sydney's curfew. And we were like, oh my God.
We'd been sitting on the tarmac for like an hour.
Longer, 2 hours.
2 hours maybe, dealing with a gentleman in the DMs.
We were dealing with a gentleman in the DMs. I'm not going to tell you who it was.
No. But it was fun.
But it was a marine animal.
It was,
and
yeah.
we sat there and I thought, Jesus Christ, if we get kicked off this fucking plane because we're going to make curfew, we've got to go get a hotel and then we've got to go up and rebook a flight and then get back and walk into the madness of
trying to
getting a house Betty for a little do, and I would have been a stressed Elsa and it would have just been horrific for me.
Yeah. Whereas I would have preferred to have got home, which we did, thank God, but I was a bit like, well, whatever. We'd been on a big rip, so I was actually intoxicated.
Same.
I was quite drunk. Not in a bad way, although I did drop
Burmo dropped a whole beer in the fucking, we were getting a beer together, and he
was giving him to us.
I was holding 2 beers and I handed them out to him. He took the back one. You don't take the back one, you take the front one, you take the one closest to you. That is just like, sure. That's just 101 of handing something over to you.
Listen, dude, if I was sober, then that would have been completely, but I was a little bit drunk, and so it was more about like not having my faculties. So like, I was a walking Tommy's margarita by that stage.
So then it just falls and then just smashes onto the tiles.
And went everywhere, and people are like, it was like an order. Everyone's like, oh. I was like, oh, Christ, kill me.
It was intense.
Kill me.
So intense.
Quickly, before I forget, because at your little soiree on Saturday, someone said that there's something else happened in Byron that you also forgot to tell us about. And I'm just like, this guy never writes down anything. Obviously, there was the box shot. There was something else that happened.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was. We were talking about it on the way.
I know, I can't remember it. I was trying to rack my brains yesterday. I'm like, it's almost better I've forgotten.
So, the first night we got there, we're going out for dinner. Elsa's birthday, celebration. Life's good. Getting on the piss with our mate Emily, who fucking works up there, and we're just having a great time. Get to dinner pretty pissed, to be honest. Get 12 oysters, obviously. There's There's like 4 of each oyster. There's like 4 naturals, bang, panning those bitches. Then there's like 4 with like a bit of a vinaigrette, pan those bitches. And then there was 4 more with like a bit of like a sauce thing on it. I'm not doing a great job of explaining.
No, you
this.
are. I'm just remembering it now. What happened?
And because I've been hoovering, like I've been like just sucking these bitches out because I was pissed as well. So I wasn't, I was just being a bit fucking carefree. And then, so I've gone to like slurp one of the bigger ones with like more dressing and shit. And it's just gone bang straight to the back of my throat. And it's just like tickled it immediately and created that fucking like spit response or whatever.
Gag reflex.
Gag reflex. And I've just gone and like basically like cough, sneeze type thing. And just fucking sauce and shit went fucking everywhere, all over this chick next to us. she's like wiping her arm, going, oh! And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Where did the oyster go?
I swallowed the oyster. Oyster didn't come back up, thank God. But she wasn't happy. She requested new cutlery, new plates. She got a new tablecloth and shit. Everything was changed, and she's like muttering. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like I didn't mean to do that, obviously. But she was fucking furious. And then I was like, oh, hopefully I don't see her again. This woman who like had it in for me ever like after that incident. I'd see her every day. I'd see her everywhere. Like, just like when I went to breakfast, she was there. When I went to lunch, she's like there. I could not shake this
There's
chick.
a guy that coughed like vinaigrette or whatever it is all over me.
Sprayed her with vinaigrette like all over her arms and shit. So.
And did she...
And then we then think that she was the one that made, like me and Ella in the room later, like fucking had the music blaring, having a time and shit. And she complained, I reckon. She shut us down.
Well, right, so she had it in for you.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, right, like
It's my mistake.
No, well, of course it's your mistake, but there's a difference to like just having someone next to you who's like almost choked and coughed. But I imagine if you've already got a couple on board in there, you were probably being loud Eddie Simpson as well. So you'd have been a loud mouth, and then you...
No, I don't think so.
No way.
Were you laughing at the time while you were apologising to her?
Don't know. Can't remember.
Exactly. So you would have been loudmouth Eddie Sims coughing vinaigrette all
I
over.
was embarrassed, so I wouldn't have been like laughing at
No,
her.
but beforehand, you would have been, like kicking back, as is your right, enjoying yourself. But
Ella was like, "What the F have you just done?"
yeah, see, it would have been mortifying.
You're like, "You've made this awkward," and I'm like,
yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
woman's got ocean juice all over her face.
Yeah. We had dessert in the room.
Was it at the hotel?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even worse because everyone.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. She was following me around
Yeah,
afterwards. I couldn't
sorry.
shake her.
I thought it just meant Byron because it's like not a huge place. You just bump into people. That
No.
That's
no,
awful.
she was in my vicinity.
Yeah, right. That's terrific.
She was close by, but all's well that ends well.
Yeah, sure. She cleaned. So how much longer? How much? I mean, if it was just you were at the start of your meal, so
We were there for another hour probably.
sat next to her the whole time. Who was she with?
I just like
Turned away.
turned away so I didn't have to look at her. Even though she's like a metre from me.
Yeah, and you've
She was with her husband and son.
Oh God, how old are we talking here?
Would she have been?
Yeah,
50s?
right. How was the husband? Did he get a bit like, oi?
No. He didn't do anything. You could tell she ran
She
the
ran
show.
business.
She ran business.
was,
She was
yeah,
like
head of operations.
wherever they walked, she was always in front.
Yeah, right.
And they'd like follow her like little lappies. Lackeys.
I don't know. Listen, I
Lapdogs,
don't think
lackeys?
you start attacking this woman. Like in fairness to her, you coughed an oyster all over. I would
Just telling you what I saw. I'm
be
giving context to what I saw. Because you said, did the husband say anything? And I go, no, he wasn't that. He wasn't that sort of man.
Wasn't sort of an operator.
No.
He probably saw that it was an accident. But again, if you're the person covered in oyster, anyway.
It was so funny.
Just quickly, while we're at your house, and I got a DM from a dribbler. He goes, "Yo, my boy Birmingham racing today. $36 that motherfucker was paying. I've been on that horse and it's won before.
You didn't tell me as well, which was dog.
Didn't, and I accept that. But $39, I was almost
36,
thinking
39,
Sorry,
33?
36. I boosted to 39. Right. Yeah, in and around that, but I got it at 39. But I was like, this thing is either like it's just against like monsters, and it usually just races against donkeys. But I just put 10 on it out of like respect for my last name. Forget about it completely, then just see everyone sharing. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. That's the longest odds horse I've ever been on in my life. That's got up.
$39 is right up there.
That's ridiculous.
That's absurd money.
Crazy.
Absurd money.
So shout out to whoever gave me that tip. I don't remember who you were. There was a few people in fairness who sent it through.
Well, just another win in column.
Just another W for the P's and D's.
Another dub.
And for
Love
Neds.
that. Well done, Ned. Shout out to you.
Shout out to Neds.
Also, yeah, if we want to talk a bit about the Christmas party, we haven't.
Christmas party was fun. I mean, I don't want to go too far in. Like, I don't want it to be about like.
Well, I will say this. I will say this.
What are you going to say?
It was a fucking great day.
It was.
We all had a great time. Thanks for everyone for showing up.
Yep.
For coming. It was obviously a mixture of like our own little work family and their partners, and then our content friends.
Yes.
That's probably how I describe it. And we drank and we sang and we danced and we swam and we flopped about.
Yeah, it was nice.
And it was a great day, and it wasn't too hot. Like, it was hot,
It was
but it wasn't
hot.
like the next day hot. You know
No.
what I mean? It wasn't like 40 degrees
You could
hot.
escape the heat by getting in the water. I now, I've just become terrified of getting eaten by sharks.
Yeah, like that was odd to me.
It's literally having children. It's the same thing with flights. I just don't want to die way more than I cared about it before. So now I'm like, yeah, cool, swim in the water, but like, what if a bull shark comes and eats my legs off, you know? That wouldn't be fun.
Wouldn't be fun, but
And the boat wasn't like
But you just don't think of the statistics.
the logistics.
Statistics.
Oh, no, I do. But it's more like...
Because what I mean by that is like
I mean, ask
you can't. Well, you shouldn't drive by that logic. Like,
Yeah, I know.
driving's the last thing you should be doing.
I tell myself that when I'm on the plane and it starts like turbulencing, and I'm like, dude, it's all good. But again, when I'm freaking out, I'm not like white knuckling it. I'm just like, God, okay, come on, hurry up, get me through this. Like, that's more what it is. The shark one, it's just a bit like etch. I used to not give a fuck, dude. I used to swim in the harbour all the time. But again, if I can see the bottom of if I can see the sand, then that means the sharks aren't going to be there. Anyway, great day though. It was a good day.
You did get in though.
Of course I got in.
But you were saying you weren't going to. You were
No,
like,
no, no.
I'm not going to get in
Listen,
unless I can see the sand.
The thing is, I'm still going to get in. You just know that I'm wigging a bit.
I'm more coming from the perspective of the fact that you said to me, unless I can see the sand, I'm not jumping in.
That was
And then
because
you
I was
did.
basically just parroting a line that my wife had said to me before that she wasn't going to do. And I was like, well, okay, maybe that's what I'll do. But then I was like, fuck
Oh,
it.
so you both rev each other up.
Well, that day she revved me. She revved me for sure. But generally speaking, I wouldn't say so. I'm more like logical and calm. Usually I'll be the one who's got to like balance out her fucking wig. Anyway, this isn't about the dynamics of my fucking marriage, mate. This is about the Christmas party that I
And how you weren't going to get in the water because you were scared
Yeah.
shitless of sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that threw me off. I wasn't expecting that.
Good day, good food,
Great food, great drinks, great fun.
good fun, good people.
And then we went to the Oak for an extension of the night.
Yeah.
Wasn't a late one. Wrapped
No.
up relatively early.
11-ish.
Like 11, which is pretty early, I reckon. And then that's it.
That's it. That's all she wrote. That's the Christmas
Merry
party.
Christmas, though, to everyone.
Yeah.
And,
And to all a Merry Christmas.
you know, hopefully you haven't played any shockers on your own Christmas party. Not that we did, but that's just not a place you want to play one, is it?
No, fuck no. With all your work people around. Like, our work, we've got a small crew. Now, it would still be embarrassing were you to fucking act like an asshole in front of everyone. Completely.
But it'd be worse at a big corporate
Huge
dude.
corporate,
You know those big corporate dudes, and you're just like bailing up some person maybe because you want a fucking promotion, talking absolute shit.
Yeah,
Like sometimes we get bailed up, asking for baggy greens like that, but worse because this guy's like a buttoned up executive,
Yeah.
probably highly educated, highly powerful. And here you are after 50 tequila sodas, like, oh, mate.
I'd be really good for the job.
Yeah. Or maybe you start hitting on someone and it's just wildly inappropriate. So, thoughts and prayers if that's you.
Yeah, if that's you. Wasn't us, thank
It
God.
wasn't us though. I can happily report that our Christmas party was incident free.
Yep. As far as we know.
As far as I've been told.
Yeah.
Now, if people are withholding information from me, I'll be very disappointed.
Yeah.
Very disappointed. But at the moment, as it stands, as of Monday the 18th, around 11 a.m., incident free.
Thank goodness.
Except for Josh Ellis Flynn.
What did he do?
No, just
Punters and Dribblers, we are brought to you as always by our good friends at Ned's, the number one betting platform on the face of God's green earth. Now, if you followed me on Ned's profiles, which you should be, about 1,700 followers I think at the moment, you would know that I got on a horse by the name of My Boy Birmingham on the weekend at $39. And she saluted. Now, it's obviously a boy, probably. It's called My Boy Birmingham, so he saluted.
you would imagine it's a boy. Can't be sure though, can you?
No, you can't.
Probably likely a gelding over a stallion, but again, can't be sure.
Can't be sure. But if you were following me on profiles, you would have seen that the man was. Look, I didn't come up with it. It got alerted to me. But at 39s, that's my biggest. That's my longest donkey ever.
Not a bad bet to have in the profiles.
Yeah.
A $39 salute.
Yeah.
Makes you look like a bit of a big dick.
Yeah, when you're not.
When you're not, exactly right. I'm a little bit jealous, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
About the ability to pretend like my penis is bigger than it is.
Yeah.
Very few opportunities present itself for me to do that, Tom.
$39 a do with your name on it.
My Boy Birmingham would have been one of those things. Now, if it wasn't for the fact that I was getting the house ready for a do, I would have been on profile, seen you do it, and then I would have put my own on. If I was in the About Even group, let's say, passcode dribbler, if I'd seen you put that bet on, I would have followed you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was busy preparing for a good friend's engagement,
Yep.
drinks. But if you don't have that excuse, and most of you won't, then you have no excuses if you weren't following Tom along on the Ned's profiles. If you did, you'd have $39 reduced times whatever you put on it in your fucking back pocket. Thank you very much to Ned's. And if you do not follow us yet, you're an idiot. Make smarter decisions. And if you're not in the group, again, see above.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on screen or visit the website. Now, thank you, Tobler. That's how you catch a pocket knife, punters and dribblers, if you're watching. We've been sent a package. Now, I'd be shocked if it's actually a Thermomix, which I don't have a Thermomix, but I know they're pretty fucking red hot, apparently. From Baggy Green member Liam Brennan.
It says 4 dribblers on the side of it. What's that mean?
I am just as informed as you are, you know what I mean? Like,
You're holding it though, so you've got more information than I do.
Well, I've got like his address, I guess.
I read it as Thermomix for dribblers.
Right, okay.
Okay, so this is a Thermomix.
Potentially.
It's going to be something like booze related? Or? You didn't need to do this, Lamb. I mean, is he not making it to
Unfortunately, he can't make it down
That's
for
why.
Friday.
That's why. It's a class act then.
He's a classy guy.
Can't make it to the Baggy Green long
He's
lunch.
a classy guy, Liam Brennan.
Shout out to Ned Brockman as well, who apparently can't make it now.
Not surprised.
Not surprised.
That's why I wasn't invited last year. 'Cause
I know.
We knew this would happen.
As it happened, he's like, oh, big dog. And then it's like, oh, get me out. I was like, oh, of course you're invited. Now he's like, oh, I can't do it. You're like, right, well, so this is one of the most disrespectful things Ned's ever done. Okay, this is dribbly as fuck. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hey, boys, wish I could have been down on the 22nd to rip and tear amongst the illustrious group assembled. I'm sure it will be an unreal day. Looking forward to catching up with you guys at the Hacker Major in Brisbane Gold Coast. Not going to stop peppering Sebo and you cunts until I make it happen. Anyway, I wanted to keep tradition and still send through Christmas presents of sorts, so I hope you enjoy. Hope you all have wonderful Christmas news. And it may the most horizontal season. Love. Look at that, he signed it with BGM afterwards.
Very nice, mate.
All right, so first up.
It's quite creative. His Merry Christmas lettering.
Well, he's a talent. He always sends us like really dribbly rugby league shit, or gives us. He gave us like a Bob Fulton fucking rugby league card last year. Now this, Eddie, this is a cockroach. New South Wales Origin cockroach.
I actually like that.
It's got a little booklet under it, I think.
It's not. It's got. We'll tell you what it's got. It's got little things that we can plug him to, like a window or something.
Stick him to.
Like
Now,
that.
he's given us a bobblehead. I think he's given us a Brett Stewart bobblehead.
Show me.
but it doesn't look like Brett, but that's not the point. You can see on the base of it.
You'll notice that Brett Stewart and Paul Gallen look identical as bobbleheads, which is interesting. But that's a Brett Stewart bobblehead.
That's a Brett Stewart bobblehead. He's given us a Matty Johns book, Rugby League from the Inside. To Frank, best wishes, Matty Johns. So this is, I don't know what year this book came out, but
What's it called?
Matty Johns
From the Sheds. I didn't know Matthew could read or write. Matt's dad.
A Liberal National Party hat for D or Dave.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
thank
nice.
you. That's just what I wanted. That book's from 2008.
This book is? Right. There you go. Jeez, I just got over the other son's book. That's Matt's dad as well. So he's quoted his old man a couple of times, which we like.
Now, then this is a Dirty Merger Club Rule version 2.0, a general guide to help you bet tip on DMCs. There's a lot here. I don't know if I could explain it, but...
So what he's done is, you'll remember, Tom, the Dirty Merger Rule that he sent us, and it was laminated like this.
Yes.
Version 1.
Yeah.
This is now, he's updated it.
I know, but I wish he had like a key, which was like, this is what's changed.
He's basically just added it in wins. Like their good form, if they're in good form, average form, or bad form, he's got in where they are where they're ranked on the ladder. So
There you go.
are they higher or
There's
lower?
version 1.
He's completely changed it. It looks all right. I'm not going to go through it here.
No, too much.
This will be used in season 2024 about even. Big changes coming next year.
Yeah, huge change for About Even. Very exciting changes to About Even in 2024.
It's a change that's going to get the dicks hard of the punter and the dribbler. You can be sure of that.
Yeah.
Like, when it's announced what the change is, you're going to go, that's the best change in the history
Well, it's just,
of
I
content.
immediately have an erection.
Like, done. There it is. I'm hard now. You go from soft to hard like that. Like that. And I promise you will.
No, you really will.
And then you'll inbox us and you go, you're absolutely right. I'm now wrecked.
This summer's sort of going to how I think we all thought it would go, which is just like humpings at 10 paces.
It gave... Pakistan gave... I want to be humped.
Like,
energy.
they're subs.
Big time subs. As in, like, get my legs behind my head sort of stuff.
Are they subcontinent?
Yeah.
Pakistan
geographically
is... Yeah.
So they're subcontinental subs
Yes.
right now.
Sub squared.
Yeah. Sub.
Well, sub. And there's nothing more sub than getting, put on your back or even tied up.
Listen, David Warner comes out and absolutely turns you into subs. And I'm not talking like that one that was trying to see the Titanic, but basically.
Not the Titan sub.
Not the Titan. But David Warner's 164. Fuck me. Like, it would
Off
be
211.
It would have been just as uncomfortable as humanly possible to be Mitchell Johnson in the in the Triple M cricket commentary box. Didn't look like he was handling the ribbing or the joking very well. I could be wrong. I haven't seen anywhere. I saw the first bit like, oh, Mitch, so anyway, what have you been up to lately? And he's like, oh, everything's fine. I don't know if there was like bits where he was being more funny and like jovial and like, yeah, it's all good sort of thing.
Obviously, the stuff I've seen, it's been clipped up for wider consumption. And he always looked a little bit like...
uncomfortable.
I just don't think that you can go as hard as he went in his article, right, and not be a little bit uncomfortable when Warner goes out there and gets 164.
And then goes shush.
And then shushes you.
Shushes you.
And then Candace shushes you online as well.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she did actually. She goes,
Like,
yeah,
you
shut
got-
him up with your bat or whatever.
Like, you got shushed, mate.
You got shushed, dude.
You got completely and
Shushed.
utterly shushed. Yeah, what are we saying here, Dave?
No, I tried to put up an article, but it just went to the video. But so Johnson came out yesterday, I think, in another column. He said, on day one of the test against Pakistan, Warner rode his luck early on, and it could have gone either way. And you take that, and he went on to make 164. He did what he was paid to do in the first innings before Saturday's duck in the second. Warner may have denied he cares about criticism of his form, but it definitely does drive him.
Sure, dude. Why don't you just go, you know what? You batted well. You made me eat my fucking words. You got 164 and no one else well, and Marsh got 90.
As the great cricketer boys said, you got to take your licks. Like, it would just be easier for I think, for Johnson to go, you know what? I had my opinion. He's come out and he's fucking proved us all wrong on this occasion. Like, good on you, bro.
One more thing before we carry on. If you aren't listening to the grade cricketer's daily wrap of every test match, then you're a fucking idiot.
Keep up.
It's the best.
Keep up.
The best.
Keep up.
Hilarious, dude. The one after day 3 was, I think, the funniest one, where they were just talking about numbers, and like it was just numbers, and like meandering in and out of the room, and it was just numbers. Oh, yeah.
Jesus
Christ.
Oh, scared the shit out of me.
Something just hit our roof.
Yeah, no, you can listen to it and enjoy it and bathe in it. But Mitch Johnson, it just couldn't have gone worse for him. And it was just, there was something about him sitting up there in the Triple M box with his little top knot, just like getting absolutely baked by David Warner. It was, I couldn't look away.
No, it was.
I couldn't get enough of it.
But again, like, to come out and do that article and like rode his luck and like it's just
Mate,
so obviously
show me a ton
like
where luck wasn't rode.
Well, that's it. Usually, like the
90% of tons, they're
not
something.
chanceless. Like
Correct.
He fucking was getting onto him. He was taking the game on, and he got 164. He's the only guy in the game to get 100. So like, chill. I believe. I don't remember if Pakistan got any hundreds.
Yep.
It just really ungracious. He's come out of this thing looking like a stinky turd with a top knot.
Well, he looks like he is being controlled by an evil top knot, which is on top of his head, which is exactly what's happening. And
I get they hate each other, but you're almost better off saying nothing than after. Well, even you know what? If you say nothing, you're a cuck as well.
Mate, you just come out and you go, well done, mate. You can still have run-ins with the bloke. You can still not see eye to eye. You can still have your opinion going in, which wasn't a ridiculous one that is David Warner's position in the side like justified, given his weight of runs in the last fucking 3 or 4 years. So, like, you can say all that and you can still turn around and go, you know what, David? Well done, bruh. Well done,
batted.
champion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, throw a champ in there if you want to
yeah.
keep things a little bit fucking dastardly. But you still got to say, well done, mate. Like, 164 of 211. He was going like a run of ball for most of his 100. It just...
Got another question. This is obviously Mr. Johnson embarrassing himself. Why is Alex Carey on Crick Info got an X next to his name? Like, is that, obviously, does that signify wicketkeeper?
Yeah, that signifies wicketkeeper.
Why would X do that? Why wouldn't you just do WC?
Well, it's just a little, it's like an asterisk, but not an asterisk.
It looks like a crucifix.
Yeah.
It looks religious.
It's just like what they use instead of an asterisk, because asterisk seems more...
But usually they just use WC.
Why wouldn't you just have a little gloves icon?
Yeah.
That's not a question for me. Ask the great people at ESPN Crick Info.
Whatever.
Reach out, Crick Info.
Weird stuff. Mitch Master, Bison, 90.
He's playing like a man with freedom. He's like a guy, I don't know if many of you out there are Aladdin fans. You should be if you aren't. But when he gets set free with the last wish and the shackles come off, the chains, and it's like now he's free. Like it's
a beautiful part of the movie.
There's a freedom to Swamp Junior's play here where it's like I'm getting on and like, you know, I'm sort of like on borrowed time anyway.
I think part of it a little bit is I see a Swamp Junior. I see a Bison who is now comfortable in his own skin, Tom.
Yeah, right.
As in, I've won a World Cup. Two, but like I was a big part of this last one. I've fucking been given an opportunity to come back into the side and I've taken it with both hands and run with it. I think he knows who he is now.
He knows who he is. He's a Bison who sees a Bison in the mirror and isn't revolted by what he sees.
That's exactly right. I think there has potentially been a not insignificant amount of his life where he's looked in the mirror, he's seen a Bison, Tom, And he goes, I just want to be a man.
A self-loathing bison.
A self-loathing bison. A bison that's not prepared to be a bison, doesn't want to be a bison. But the moment he accepts his bison roots, his bison blood,
Bisonhood.
his bisonhood, then he can start playing some rugby league cricket. And that's what we're seeing out of Mitch Marsh. 90 off 107. He pillaged, mate.
And then he backed it up with a 60-odd in the second innings. Got man of the match. He got Bubba's arm out.
And the arms are out too. He's got the arms out. He's wearing tighter shirts, I think.
Yeah, but he's got a moustache going. You know what I mean? Like, he is, he is like the swinging dick at the side almost a little bit, right? Like, it's not like he's the best player in there, but he's like the big meaty hog that gets in there and just, gets after it.
Yep.
You would have said Travis Head was the big meaty hog, but Travis Head, now like an established member of the side, obviously a vice captain. I don't know if a vice captain can be a big sweaty meaty hog. Like, that's reserved for a bit of a
Our vice captains have always got hogs on them.
Oh, God, yeah.
That goes without saying. But I think what you're trying to say, if I'm reading between the lines here, is you bring in your secret hog, like your secret weapon, maybe to get the job done.
Big, thick, all girth. Probably with a nice set of shoulders on the hog.
Yep.
You don't usually see that.
No,
nice broad shoulders on a penis.
Thick.
But thick, yeah. Chest hair, necklace, whatever. That's what he is. Can we go back up? Obviously, we're burying the lead here because Nathan Lyon's taken 500 test wickets. We will get to it. But Usman with a 40. Marnus?
Quiet.
Marnus has been quiet for a while.
Quiet with
someone
the
is on our
bats.
fucking roof.
Been fielding well, Marnus.
Yeah.
Still switched on.
Maybe they're cleaning the gutters.
That'd be great if they are.
It'd be great if they are because...
So is that annoying for everyone? Don't know.
Well, listen,
Who
it is
cares?
what it is.
So
we went back and looked at Marnus' ashes. He got 100 in that washed out test. Other than that...
was it the third or the fourth test? I think it was the
I
third.
think it was the fourth.
Fourth test?
We won 2. They won
washed
2.
out. They were absolutely pounding us, and it got washed out, and Marnus got 100. Listen, obviously all test hundreds count, but some of them don't count as much as the others. They just don't. So it was in the fourth test in Manchester. You got 111 in the second dig. Otherwise, I'm seeing 16-2, 9-13, 51-111. That was in Manchester. 21-33, 47-30, 0-13, 26-41, 3-63, 31-28, 18-35, 49-17, 79-14, 11-5. Nothing big there.
Dude, he's been lean.
Nothing big there, mate.
Lean. Like, if you
Like,
were
last summer,
shredding for a festival, you'd be on the Marnus diet because it's been a lean fucker.
last summer he gave the West Indies and Sri Lanka a little 1-2.
Touch
a
up.
little what's up.
Yep.
Went hard in the paint against the West Indies. 163, 31, 204, 104. And then against Sri Lanka, 104, got 100. The 2024 has not been the year of Marnus.
2023.
2023, apologies, has not been his year. Again, rained out Ashes 100. Don't really care for it. No offense, don't really care for it. Otherwise, nothing there. He's got how many 50s as well? 2 50s and 100?
And now, I'm not sitting here calling for his head, but I am just, this is just come on, mate.
Tom, you're a man eating blueberries calling out a bit of a slow run for Marnus.
Yeah. Who is the number one batter in the world, right? I'm sitting here eating blueberries for breakfast because I'm trying to be healthy after what has been a really diabolical fucking 7-day period for me. I'm trying, though. And I'm also trying to get Marnus to try a bit more. We've got Boxing Day coming up. I want famous runs. And I want Marnus tons.
Yeah, it's not just want, Tom. We need. We demand.
Yeah.
We don't just need. We also demand famous runs. Marnus Labuschagne, who at one point was the best Test batsman on planet Earth.
Who is the number one TB right now?
I'm pretty sure it's Bubba Azam.
Well, Bubba needs to get a wriggle on too, the way he was batting. Marnus needs to recapture that sort of form because what I want, Thomas, and I don't think it's too much to ask, is runs across the board. I want runs out of everyone.
Yeah.
It's Kane Williamson at the moment.
What on Kane? I want runs
Kiwi
out of
Kane.
absolutely everyone in the side.
Yeah.
And
Because it's going to be a win, right? So I wouldn't mind it obviously a close test would be good. It's unlikely we're going to get that. So just
A close test series?
Yeah.
No.
No, but just even an individual test match, right?
No, I don't think so.
Just plundering, unrelenting, humping.
But let's look at it a little differently. If Labuschagne of used to be the best test batsman on the planet fame can't get runs against Pakistan and the West Indies at home, big trouble. Big trouble, I think.
Well, it's not great. It's not great for Marnus. Not saying drop him, but having a really good side allows you to be picky.
I want to settle top six, super settled. Obviously, it's going to be less settled when Warner leaves.
How about Baggy Green? Did you see that? He's got like fucking kidney disease or some shit.
Yeah, 60% of his kidneys work at the moment. So they don't filter the blood correctly.
He's been managing it like his whole life. You're like, okay.
Not good.
Baggy Green, poor
Thoughts
bastard.
and prayers with Baggy Green. Hope he's all right. Keep grinding, mate. You'll be
grinding.
back in the side when Bison's done with the job.
Yeah.
And the way he's going,
Looks like he's not going anywhere right now.
he's not going anywhere right now. He's just not.
Got a couple of pumps left in him.
Listen, the guy keeps delivering orgasms, right? So like, let's just let him run.
Multiples.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's as simple as that. Now,
Gary
Gary the GOAT.
Gary the GOAT.
500 test wickets.
How about that motherfucking umpire not giving that out and having to get
it ruins the vibe.
get it through review? Like, there should be like a rule where it's like, if you've got like a player, like a bowler waiting for a milestone, like, just give it out if they appeal and let the other team challenge.
If it's a line call, even if it's like a 30-70, you don't think it's out. Give it.
That thing looked fucking out though. That wasn't like a ooh.
Give everything and allow the moment.
Yeah.
Allow the moment. Because what we've got to do now is everyone knows it's out, and now we've got to wait for you to review, wait for the 3 red lights, and then we can give it.
But he was obviously
Something about it is
It was obviously
left.
just a shit call as well because he didn't think it was out. So it's like, what do you do?
Anyway.
Guy can't bloody umpire, really.
No, he can't. Nathan Lyon, though, goes to 500. How many off pigeon is he? 60-odd?
62.
Not many.
No. And he's going to...
Mate, did you
everyone's
see?
like saying he's nowhere near retiring.
Did you see what Cummins was saying? He said he reckons he can play for another 4 or 5 years.
Yes.
Gets him to 40, 41, and then he's starting to say that he'd be starting to knock down the door of Shane Warne's 7.
I don't know how I would feel about that.
I don't know if you can bowl for another 4 years. Seems like a lot.
I don't know whether he can or he can't. It's not like it's the most labour-intensive fucking job bowling offies.
Jimmy
Are
Anderson
you
did
offended by me fucking eating blueberries on the show?
No, I'm not. No, you're absolutely right. Jimmy Anderson got the job done well into his... How old is he?
42? What?
Something, yeah.
Is he planning on retiring? What's he doing?
So he's 41 right now.
Yeah, Broad retired. He hasn't retired.
Jimmy hasn't retired, I don't think.
No. Yeah, but like, listen.
So you're right. By that logic, why not? Jimmy can do it, and all he's doing is bowling offies, like you say, and doing a
he's-
great job.
He's as good as he's ever been.
You would say he's probably right now at the peak of his powers.
Yeah, Jimmy Anderson in July basically said not something he's thinking about right now. He goes, I'd like to make my own decision, not listening to the talk, blah, blah, blah. Quashes.
Not
rumours
something
of
I'm even
imminent.
thinking about.
That's
You're not
insane.
thinking about retirement, and you're 41, and you're a fast bowler?
Yeah, that's a lot. Is he married with kids?
Um,
Surely not. No wife's putting up with that shit, are they?
You don't reckon he is?
He very well could be. I'm just trying to work out.
He does have a spouse. They were married in 06. I don't know if he has kids.
Assume he probably does. People
They
it's
do.
just-
Yeah, they got 2 kids.
The athletes are just getting older and older and older. Like when you and I were coming up, Tom,
Yeah.
playing sport in your mid-30s was like unheard of.
Well, when we were coming up, I would be at 34, like lionized. You know, like as in if I was like, if I'd been playing, if this was 34, you know, what am I, 14 years into a career, thinking of hanging up the boots, that's all anyone's talking about. I'm like having montages of me. on TV. You know what I mean? Like, look at this guy's amazing career. He's 34 years. Look how old he is.
Look how old this
Flecks
bloke is.
of grey in
like,
the
but like
hair.
this guy's got a wife and kids. You know what I mean? Maybe you've got like a grandkid on the way at 34. If you went early, if you started early, real early.
Well, it'd have to be real early.
16?
Then
17?
they'd have to be I think there'd be some underage.
17 and
There'd be
17.
Yeah, I could be.
All I'm saying is, it's not like it's not out of the realms of possibility.
Mathematically possible under the eyes of the law, I believe. Yeah, dude. Which you know what it is though. What is nice is that it means that I'm not that old. Jimmy Anderson's still playing professionally. He's fucking 6 years older than me. 7 years older than me.
7 years older than you. That's what I'm saying. The whole thing's getting pulled out. It was unheard of mid-30s people playing sport, let alone 40. 40 was like absolutely inconceivable.
What are we talking about?
Tom Brady is out there. I think he's sort of set the tone a little bit. Like, mate, you can play well into your 40s if you want. LeBron will probably be playing into his 40s. So why the fuck can't Gary the GOAT go out there and be our greatest ever wicket taker?
I think Bradley Hogg, I think Hogg played into his 40s. I don't...
Big Bash.
No, oh yeah, I know. I don't know how I feel about Warnie's getting taken over, you know? Like, I'm just sort of...
You know what I would do? You know what Gary should do?
Retire on 7:07.
Correct. Just refuse to bowl in any more
Yeah, if
overs.
he's in the middle of the game.
In the middle of the
serious.
game, just go, I can't, out of respect to the late, great Shane Keith Warne, and then retire. If he did that, he would go down in history. Yeah. Obviously, he will anyway, but he would be revered for that.
It's pretty hectic. You never really truly appreciate what you're getting until you're not getting it anymore. And even though we've appreciated Gary, you just aren't appreciating that he's the third Australian to ever take 500 wickets. He will become our second greatest wicket taker of all time. Like, because there's so much of an early career, if anyone, where you're like, oh yeah, these guys are all right. Like, they're good, but like, are they going to become? Are we witnessing all-time greatness?
I think I genuinely think it was because of Warnie.
Yeah, but even like Smudge.
No, but we knew we had a fucking real one with Smudge.
When we were in the middle of
Yes.
like hundreds, we did.
Yeah, we definitely did.
We did.
What? Like, no one's really ever stops to smell the roses with Gary.
No, they haven't.
Like, obviously, Gary the GOAT was a bit of a fucking piss take.
Yes.
You know, like, everyone can say, oh, no, it was sincere. It was like, it started as a joke.
It was a joke. It's definitely a joke.
It was 100% a joke. Like, but that sort of puts him into context a little bit. Like, oh, Gary the GOAT,
Yes.
even though he is the GOAT off spinner now. Like, it was always just
Or did Morley bowl off spin?
our GOAT off
Yeah, he's
spinner.
our goat. I was going to say, I was like,
Well, Morley was a chucker.
he was a chucker though as
So,
well. So.
I mean, we don't count his.
No, that's
wickets,
actually
do
a
we?
great point. He's the greatest off spinner to not chuck the ball.
Yes. Well, no, but he's the greatest off spinner because he doesn't chuck.
No, you're right.
Morley was a chucker.
Morley's the greatest off spinner to chuck a ball.
Correct. 800 chucks to his name. Chuck scalps. So now that he's gone to 500, well, can I ask you this? Now that Gary's gone to 500 test wickets, how does he feel inside you?
Well, he feels like.
But does he feel like a Glenn McGrath? Does he feel like a Ricky Ponting? Does he feel like a...
No, but the thing is that they felt more like they feel to me now once they left.
I don't know if that's true or not. I think, like, when Ricky was being Ricky, well, you knew it.
Yeah, but like...
You had it. You felt
well, then
it.
what... But okay, there's a point that they
Don't you
reach.
think?
Yeah, but there's a point that they reach where they start to feel a certain way to you, right? So you could say...
They feel a certain way inside you.
When Ricky reaches a point in his career where he is just, you know, scoring shitloads of tons, he's our greatest ever century maker, and you're like, okay, and everyone's like, this is the best since Bradman. Similar thing with Smudge. His average is huge. He's just
58 point something.
It was in the 60s though for a while there,
It was
Eddie.
in the 60s.
It was really like this guy's
But
the best
58 's
since
still
Bradman, which
absurd.
I'm not knocking it,
Please don't.
but it was in the 60s. That's when that started to feel real. Nathan, again, maybe because we weren't smelling him enough. Maybe now that he's hit 5, now it's like the rest of his career is just a processional, I'm just doing laps around the oval waving to the crowd.
So but from here on out, not
It's a
that we haven't
procession.
been already,
No, but it's a procession
but
into
it's
retirement.
a procession, and we smell him constantly.
Yeah. Like every time you get him,
Just waft him, bro.
you know, and the legend just grows as he keeps taking wickets.
Well, the scent grows as you continue to smell it, Tom.
Yeah.
I don't know how that makes sense, but it does.
I can't smell.
The
but I
more
can
you smell a man, the more the aroma they'll give off. I'm not ruling out him every time he plays a test now. Just walk around the ground and just wave at people.
Yeah. Like you might play for another 5 years, but I think you may as well just keep saying goodbye because it's just like, wow, this guy, we're not going to have him forever.
Maybe just say that. I don't know how long I'll be bowling for, but I'm loving it right now. Just keep saying that.
Yes.
Just keep, because then you're not saying anything at all.
No.
I don't know how long I'm going to play for, obviously, but I'm loving right now. We're loving your play.
But like, drink me in while you got me.
Yeah. Just drink me in now while I'm drinkable
Yeah.
and enjoy the taste of me because
Who knows what?
I'm the greatest off spinner of all time.
Sorry, Morley, you chucked the ball.
I'm always a chucker. Simple as that. I think when he goes past Pigeon, it'll start to really set in.
It'll stink then.
That'll, oh, mate. It'll be, that's like, you know.
He'll stink like absolute shit in a good way.
That's a public toilet shitter after a huge weekend.
Yeah. Boat party bathroom.
Boat party bathroom. Exactly right. Festival shitter. Just absolutely pounded within an inch of its life.
Yeah.
Mitch Stark, 5th on the list?
Yeah, I know. Dude, that's what the thing.
What the fuck?
Dude, and then you got Pat Cummins and Joshy Hazelwood there. Like, so we've got 4 of the top. They're going to go into the top 10 by the end of this series.
I think it's probably worth stopping
Yeah.
just for the moment in terms of sniffing and sucking.
Yeah.
Let's just suck off the cartel for a second.
Yeah.
Let's suck the cartel off
Just
for a
the
moment.
cartel sucks.
Because we had one of the, like, obviously Warner McGrath were the greatest duo to ever duo in the history of duos.
Yep.
We all know that. But we've got a quartet, a cartel right now that is just getting into its fucking work. And if you go off Mitch Stark's comments, boys aren't done yet. He's like, we want to win in India. We want to win in England. I'm not talking retain. He's talking win.
Yeah.
Which implies what, punters and dribblers? They're going around again.
Well, mate, Stark and Cummins, they've played significantly less matches there, haven't they?
Hazelwood 64, Cummins 56, Stark 83, Line 123.
Like, how old are they? How old are the cartel?
Stark's 33.
Okay.
Cummins is 30. And Hazelwood.
How old's Hazelwood? He's injury prone.
Yeah,
Which
he's
may explain
32.
Right.
32.
Yeah, so that's probably the difference between him and Stark. Stark got going a bit earlier. But, like, we're going to look back. I tell you what we will look back on.
The cartel.
The cartel days.
Yeah.
Going, how fucking good were those cartel days?
Yeah.
When the boys just went out there, line held down an end, and the boys just went to work. Just ploughed him.
Went to work.
Imagine getting worked over by those 4. It'd be fun.
Oh, bro, no, like a nice working over from the cartel. Yes, please. Just tell me where to go. But like Mitch will get up to 4. Mitch could get to 4. He's gonna get fucking 4. Well, he's gonna get 4th all time again. Potentially this series, maybe not. But that's very doable. Actually, he could. He needs 17 wickets.
Tell you what, Lions' economy's pretty good too. 2.93. McGrath's 2.41. Completely absurd. Stark 3.39. So even Hazelwood, who you would say is like, no one ever really has their way with Hazelwood's 2.8. So McGrath's 2.49 is just ridiculous.
It's absurd.
Richie Beno 2.1.
Oh, Mitch Johnson. So Mitch is 5th. But Stark, to get to 4th place, to knock off Lilly, he's at 355. Stark's 318. But both Cummins and Hazelwood are on 242, which has them 1, 2, 3,
I think
4.
it's 13th.
13 equal?
12th.
12th. Oh, equal 12th?
Yep.
So 246 is 11. Richie with 248 is 10. They're going to be in the top 10, both of them. We're going to have 4 active bowl. Our cartel's all going to be in the top 10 wicket takers at the same time.
I think
That's touch yourself stuff.
That is 100%. Let's get the bunny out sort of stuff. Now, for example, in terms of like you don't put respect on people's names really until they're done. It must just be a human condition. Like generally speaking, obviously Warney had it the moment he fucking took his first Test wicket. But Mitch Starc is ahead of Brett Lee. But I think in the minds of the punter and the dribbler, Brett Lee...
Well, Brett Lee's played less. If you were to look at... What are they?
Not by much.
Not by much. You could not by much at all.
8 innings.
8 innings for 28 wickets is the difference.
Yeah, you're right. So it's okay. No, but you're right. But then when people compare, like, is this cartel our greatest cartel?
Easily. Have to be.
Well, but then they say Warne, McGrath, Lee, Gillespie.
But they didn't play for as long together.
Sure. But I mean,
like,
it's just
is there the longevity of being a cartel? Like the longer the cartel is
potentially,
around.
but I guess it's just like how good the cartel is, how good of an attack it is. Look, this cartel's certainly working its dick off to become the cartel.
The cartel we have right now, their biggest problem is that they haven't won in England. That's a problem from the perspective of
But I mean,
cartel.
that other cartel wouldn't have.
You don't reckon what do you mean?
Did Lee and Warne and McGrath and that win in England together as a cartel?
Warne and not
as a
Lee.
cartel.
Not as a cartel.
Well, that's how.
If you're going off a 4 versus a 4, is that what you're doing?
That's what I'm doing.
Then no, they wouldn't have.
No.
Because the last time we won in Australia, in England, was 2001.
They probably would have done achieved all the same sort of shit, right? Unless they were together in India.
No, that was 2004. So I doubt it. Lee wasn't around then.
He was. He's telling us he debuted in like 2000 Centenary Test.
I said 1999, 2008. Look up who was in that side in India, because that's a big one.
That is a big one.
Which one? 2008?
2004.
2004.
When we won, who was the cartel?
Because if they've won in India, then that's a completely different thing.
But, this cartel's won 2 World Cups each. They've retained in England twice.
Well, Lee would have won a heat, wouldn't he?
World Cups. He would have won 2 or 3, I would have thought.
McGrath, Gillespie,
Kasperwitz, Horitz.
What? That was the 4th test, so that's what the first test looked like.
Wait, what? That's confusing.
That doesn't feel right.
Yeah, so Warney was on the tour, so was McGrath. Lee might have been injured.
Interesting.
That was actually the series where, I think Lee was injured and wasn't in great form, and Kasperwitz got his spot.
Shout out to Kasperwitz.
Bowled pretty well.
Not seeing a Lee on the list here.
Yeah.
Now listen, 3 of the 4 is pretty fucking handy.
No, it is. All I'm saying is
Cartel for cartel.
If you're talking about the successes, the wins of a cartel specifically, I would have expected, if you're talking about the cartel of Lee, Gillespie, Warne and McGrath, that Lee would have needed to have been on the Indian tour for it to count.
In a cartel v cartel, yes. Now, if you were just to go like for like, obviously Warney the greatest spinner of all time, and our greatest spinner of all time, and then against Lion, who's second. McGrath, our greatest quick of all time. Starc. Is Starc second?
Dennis Lilly at the moment.
Dennis Lilly.
Lilly. But they're not done yet.
They're not done yet.
Not done yet. But that's what I'm saying. There's things to do.
There's going to be dribblers out here who are listening, who are literally like jamming fucking needles into their ears because we're forgetting probably a lot.
Well,
So please let us know.
This cartel was on that England tour in 2001.
They were.
Yep. Lee,
so they did win.
Okay.
Yeah,
so they've won in England.
Warne, McGrath, Gillespie won in England in 2001.
Okay.
So they've done it in
there
England.
You go, they've done it in England.
And they've pretty much done it in India.
Pretty much done it in
so
India.
they're ahead.
They're ahead.
They've
won some World Cuppies as well.
They just are. Well, we won the 99 World Cup, 2003, 2007. So they would have won World Cups in there. Have to have.
Yep.
So congratulations to the GOAT. Cartel got work to do. I'd be eyeing off that next away series in India and England as must wins. If you want to go down,
We've also that Cartel's also lost to India twice at home.
great point. Didn't quite have the batsman.
Yeah, is it the Cartel's fault? Maybe not, but
Maybe the stats man can give us some stats.
yeah,
on that
someone
stuff.
else.
If you're
give us the
listening,
stats.
if you're
Like, we're
listening,
here just
stats man,
shooting from the hip. It's bloody horizontal
stats man,
season, you know. Like
stats man, help out if you can. So just to bow the test match though.
yeah,
Basically, it was like a 50 Shades of Grey episode, and Pakistan were tied up in the corner,
getting subbed
with beads in their fucking anussas
and mouths and
mouths.
blindfolds on,
Blindfolds
hot
on,
wax on the balls.
yeah, whips. Then we put them in the swing and just gave them a good ramming.
yeah,
You know what I mean? That was swing work
yeah.
by Australia. I can't see that changing on Boxing Day in front of 80,000 fucking screaming punters and dribblers baying for blood
Yeah.
in our Coliseum, so to speak. Can't see Pakistan turning up there either. Then when we get to Sydney, we'll get the first 2 days in. That's when Tom and I will be there, and then it'll rain, and it might be a draw.
I've locked myself in with my family. I've blocked out 3 days. Definitely 2, potentially 3.
Definitely going to be there the first 2 days.
Yeah. Third one is always a little bit like,
We'll see how we go.
but it's
Obviously,
nice.
it's Jay McGrath.
Yeah. No, that's great. But it's more about like, is the test even still on at that point? But Warner's final test.
Oh, yeah. No, we'll be running. We'll be there a couple of days, at
I'm
least.
so horny for it.
We're there for a couple of days.
I
at least.
can't wait for it, dude.
Something to keep an eye on this week. So Pakistan have organised and been accepted by Cricket Australia to play a 2-day match against a team that's pretty much made up of like Victorian players and other players who don't have Big Bash contracts. Will Pukovsky is going to be opening with Marcus Harris. So that's happening on Friday and Saturday.
Oh, okay.
They've organised that on short notice because they were pissed off about the pitch they played on in Canberra for the other practice match,
So they
which
wanna
was
have
slow.
another-
Yeah.
I like that from Pakistan. They want to win. They want to play well,
Yeah.
despite the fact they don't play well. They played all right.
Yeah.
They played all right.
Listen, they want to hold the whip. And
Shahid Afridi's hair, or Shakeen Afridi,
it's unbelievable.
it's just fuck. I can't tell if it's fake or not. I can't.
Well,
tell if it's
you
fake.
actually,
I
you're
know.
the man for the job. So if you can't tell if it's fake or
tingled.
not,
It's tingled my wig senses.
it's
Like,
quite far forward.
It's just very like caked on top, and it's shiny. Like I've never seen. Is he bald? Ask if it's real.
That looks real to me.
That one doesn't, or it's all brushed forward.
Why? But go that photo there, that one.
Which one?
Go down. He's
Just-
got the ball in front of his
Just
face.
Google if it's
That
real.
looks real.
No, I know it could be real, dude. It's too hard to tell. He clearly gets it frosted though as well, which throws me off. I think it might just be the thickest head of Pakistani hair, maybe human hair, that we've ever seen.
It's pretty incredible.
I'm a big fan of it. There'd be shit lost in there, dude, for sure. Keys and whatever. Have you Googled whether he's actually...
People.
Yeah, no one's really speculating on the realness of his hair.
Yeah, I think because everyone knows it's just honest and true and lush.
Good for him. Good
Congratulations to Freddie because it's unbelievable.
Yep.
And if they're going to win, the hair's going to be a big part of it.
Huge
You'd
part.
think.
Jerome Luai, Tigers, 6 million, 5 years.
Is that locked in? Because he came out being like, I haven't put pen to paper.
No, he hasn't. But he's basically saying like it's pretty close to done by the sounds of things.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's announced that he's leaving Penrith, but he said he hasn't put pen to paper.
And some people are saying
Good for him.
Dogs are still a chance. Yeah, good for
That's
him.
a lot of money, mate.
a
5 years, 1.2 million. Set yourself up sort of stuff.
But it's like when we've spoken before, we're like, maybe it was even on the DMP with Kempy. It was like, if he's getting offered 6, like if he's getting lowballed that hard, then like you could leave. But then I think Kempy's like, but he's offered 8. Then is the difference of $400,000 a year enough? Or maybe if it was offered like $1 million somewhere else and 8 at the Panthers, like. But if you're getting offered 1.2, is that what it would shake out to be?
1.2 is 5/4, What's he getting? Oh no, six over 5, brother. 6 million over 5 years. If he's getting 800 at the Panthers, that's $400,000. 4 5s, that's 2 million.
Yeah.
That's $1 million cash
Extra.
difference. Extra, a bit more than that. So it's a lot of money, and you've got to remind yourselves, punters and dribblers, the bloke's won fucking 3 comps in a row. He's been to 4 grand finals. He's won, 2 or 3 shields. He's made a World Cup final with Samoa. Like, he's done a lot. And
He's done everything.
Well, he hasn't won a World Cup.
No, good point.
And it's time to...
Unlikely to. Samoa.
It's time to unlock the vault, as it were.
Well, let's try to do another... unlock the vault, like, let's do something different. Let's try and do another level of the game, as it were.
For sure.
Bring a shit side up.
If he can bring a shit side up, then that is another string to the bow, obviously. Jury's out,
Jury's out.
from my perspective.
But the Tigers, if they get him, certainly look better. And that's not breaking any news, but like...
So will he play 7?
Yeah, I think so. Mate, he'd have to if he's getting paid that much money. You would think. And if it doesn't work, then... Oh, because, I mean, the Tigers have also sacked their entire board, which I don't think we...
No, we
spoke
hadn't.
about.
I think I'd missed that. I tell you what, it takes a brave man
All
or woman to go, okay, the whole board's been sacked, CEO's gone, resigned, read between the lines, please, punters and dribblers, and you're still signed with the Tigers. He must have got some nice insurances
Well,
in terms of who's replacing everyone. I know that they've got interim people in there now. I don't know how long term that's going to be.
but like, I mean, if you're going to the Tigers and it's like, that might be the only way he went. Hey, I got to see the back of fucking Litigious Lee and Mr. Pascoe and every other one of those losers on the board.
You know, and they can whinge and wallow and whine all they want, but the reality is that you've won back-to-back spoons. You're going like a busted ass. You can't fucking sign anyone, well, you couldn't. And it's one of the worst spots the club's ever been. Like, you needed wholesale changes, mate.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Fresh.
Pretty sure we're in a results business, aren't we?
Let's get the former sacked New South Wales Premier Barry O'Farrell in there, who had to step down because he didn't declare Grange.
Let's get that bloke in
Let's
there.
get that guy in there to run the club.
Yeah, but
Allegedly, I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Well, he didn't get sacked, or did he step down?
No, I think he stepped down. I don't think he got
Because he
sacked.
didn't
Stepped
declare
down.
the Grange.
Yes. And I
Gra-
would know. I'm a big Liberal Party fan,
Yes.
as you can
Yeah.
see.
Listen, that's what happened. He's now in there running the show, and maybe you could argue that you need someone who's prepared to blur the lines a little bit. You know, play in the grey.
Blurred Lines, Robin Thicke, Pharrell. That song has not aged well, by the way.
Was Emrata nude in that?
Which now she hates, I think.
I think she blames old mate for that. Anyway, I'm not getting into it.
No.
Just parroting what I heard. So maybe you get someone in there.
Do you get Robin Thicke?
Well, I'm saying, do you get someone in there that's prepared to accept bribes?
Well, Robin Thicke and Pharrell, I don't know about accept bribes, but they're down to Blurred Lines.
Yeah, but Barry is. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I don't know if he's prepared to accept bribes. He maybe made a mistake.
He's got bribes in his past.
Well, he doesn't necessarily have bribes in his past, Eddie, because I don't want to sit here and speak ill of the former once disgraced New South Wales Premier Barry O'Farrell of forgot to declare a bottle of Grange fame. He may not be into accepting bribes. He might be forgetful.
Sure, he could be. And that's a great point. And worth remembering.
Well, and worth stating.
Because I'm not
implicitly and
saying he's open to taking bribes.
No.
I'm saying he's open to being forgetful.
Yeah. You need a forgetful. Somebody's like, oh, whoops, I forgot to mention that we gave this guy $600,000 of cash under the table.
Yeah. Oh, I actually completely forgot to declare his salary.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff's what we're talking about.
This is pretty much on the money for what O'Farrell said at the ICAC investigation in response to this $3,000 bottle of Grange. He said that he had a massive memory fail and still could not explain a gift that he had no recollection of.
Dude,
That's what I'm talking
memory
about.
fail. This is perfect.
That's what I'm talking about. Bring someone in who suffers from massive memory fail.
Suffers from an acute bout of the whoopsie daisies.
That's right. Like, you get people in. Like, if they're still owing money on that, on that Concord Centre of Excellence, I'd be forgetting to pay it.
Yeah, whoops. Oh, fuck. Am I in the rears again? Sorry.
Whoops. Salary cap auditor. Forgot to tell you.
Yeah, I forgot where we left all of our account details.
I forgot you can't take, shady money from people.
We're not saying that this has anything to do with Mr. O'Farrell. We are saying that he had an ICAC investigation about a $3,000 bottle of wine, which in hindsight, he seems like a good fit for the Tigers.
That's all we're saying. And then Shane Richardson of
South.
Name pops up fucking everywhere fame.
Yep.
Of how exactly do you fit into the universe? Were you there when the bunnies got let go or something? Was he there then?
This is a question that'd make gurus blood boil, because it's something that you really should know. You know what I mean? Guru would know this personally.
Should you really know how Shane Richardson fit in with the
I know
fucking
that he used to be the head of
Rabbitohs?
South.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that. But why is he just always lurking about?
Well, because he's a rugby league man. His job is rugby league, the business of rugby league. He was on James Graham's podcast recently as well.
Any good?
Yeah, it was the round table.
So he was the CEO at South Sydney from 2004 to 2015.
Yep.
He then rejoined the club in 2016. In that in-between stage, he was the head of game strategy and development for the NRL.
So he's a rugby league man.
He's a rugby league man, testy pop.
Well, he's come in, both he and forgetful Barry O'Farrell, on 6-month deals just to see how they go.
Well, I think it's more about Barry might forget to even fucking show up sometime. You know what I mean? So, let's just give him rolling 6-month contracts, check how the memory's going.
Yeah. He might forget what a board member does, what a chairman does.
That's it. You might think he's playing. He might think he's back running the state.
That's right. I tell you what would be funny is if, I'm assuming Brighton's lawyers will no longer sponsor the Tigers when their deal runs out.
He's honouring the final year of his contract.
When their deal runs out.
Yeah.
Maybe get Grange as a sponsor.
Ooh, don't mind that. Just on the front of the jersey.
That'd be a nice full circle moment for all of us, I think.
Yeah, well, if anyone's got the ins.
Correct.
You
Exactly
assume
right.
Rory Barry.
But good luck to Jarome. Again, jury's out. I'm not the person you talk to. How do you reckon you'll go? I don't think you'll go that well, but jury's out.
Yeah, that's just a vibe thing from a couple of guys.
As in, he's not going to take the
know-
Tigers to a premiership. That's what I'm saying.
That's a vibe thing from two guys who, when you look at them on the face, you go, "Fuck, you look way younger than you are." And what's with your heads of hair? Aren't you meant to? Isn't hair meant to desert men at some point? Yours looks like it's fucking here to stay. You're looking at two guys with phenomenal heads of hair who have no fucking clue what they're talking about, but still feel like they're allowed to give their opinion, and that's correct. Jarome, all the best. 6 million, phenomenal. You deserve it. Tough job at the Tigers.
You're not going to make the 8. I don't think. That's my opinion. But also happy to be proven wrong.
And you're
and if they do the make date, I go well done.
Yeah.
And I won't give a fuck one way or the other.
No.
That's just the truth of it.
It's just the truth of it. And honestly, when you wake up in the morning and you look at yourself in the mirror and you go, I might have got that Jarome thing wrong.
But I didn't get the hair wrong.
The hair's fucking still as thick.
Hair's here to stay.
Shade of
So I'll wake up and go, I got that Jarome thing horribly wrong. They've just won a comp.
But Shane
But I got a
Freedy
Freedy.
and
I've got a Freedy hair.
Yeah.
So what do you want? What do you want me to do
What
about it?
more could one do? Couple of Shahida Freedies over here. Or Shakina Freedies. Keep getting it wrong. It's an Afridi head of hair, though.
Just drop the first name. Don't even bother with it. Just a Freedy it up. Buttercup.
Yeah.
Is that rugby league?
You'd fucking think so.
There's
You'd have to.
Gronk in the Manly jersey.
Oh, yeah, Gronk.
Yeah, Gronk gets it. Gronk knows where his
gets
bread's
it.
buttered. He knows what the greatest club of all time is. He
What is he,
gets
like a
it.
4-time Super Bowl champ, 3-time
Well, he's
Super
a
Bowl
all-time.
champ?
Let me put it this way: Gronk's a winner and sees 4 jerseys and puts on the best one.
Yeah. Geez, I wonder if we're going to be hanging out with Gronk in Vegas.
You'd have to think so.
You'd have to think so, right?
Like, I would see no reason to expect otherwise.
I kind of, if I close my eyes and imagine it, it's Toddler locked to a computer in the hotel.
We got to get a chain, actually.
We got to get a chain. We'll get one over there. Not travel with it. Although I guess you might want to chain him up on flight.
We just get him like a bike chain. You know those ones? Yeah.
We'll choke one, though, because if he tries to break free, you want to...
And I want him like low, like hunched over the laptop, panning away.
Yeah. We'll get him one of those Swiss balls as a chair so he can't lean back and relax.
Exactly.
Just fall over or choke himself. Okay, I get back to it. So I see us in Vegas, Tobler chained to a desk. We black out the windows so he's got no idea what time it is. But then you and I, where it's like, some swanky dude with PVL, Gronk, Hugh Jackman, fucking, Dana White probably, just real big dick stuff. Just Barry O'Farrell.
Movers and shakers.
Yep.
Maybe Leo's there.
Decaps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
No fucking oath. We meet his new 23-year-old misso, Ryan.
Yep.
I'm thinking maybe some more Australian celebs, like is Margot nipping over. She's a Broncos gal, I believe.
She'll be there.
Surely.
Rusty will be there.
Rusty will be there.
Hugh Jackman will be there.
The problem...
Can I go young and like hip? Who is it? Leordi?
Jacob Elordi.
Jacob Elordi.
Tobler's full-blown man crush.
Jacob Elordi's there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The it guy at the moment.
Tobler could get pounded out by one male right now. My bet would be it's Jacob Elordi.
Jacob Elordi's so hot right now.
Yeah, he is. And he's tall as fuck. He's not like short king.
Apparently he's a great bloke.
Oh, yeah? Well, we look forward to spending a lot of quality time with him over in Vegas.
I'm excited to meet Jacob.
Jacob, Gronk, PVL.
Margot. Do we mention her?
That's what we're thinking. Hugh. I'm looking forward to maybe doing a workout with Hugh.
Floyd will be over there.
Floyd will be over there, but I want to get Hugh in the gym.
I reckon Hugh would want to get you in the gym, mate.
Well, he would want to. He'd be like, I don't want you to die, so I want you to like be fit and healthy. But let's go and do a couple of fucking deadlifts with Hugh.
100%.
Strickland fight was fucking funny.
Oh, in the crowd.
In the crowd.
That was mad. Dana's like, what fucking wanker sits Strickland and Drickus Duplessis, who are about to fight each other? What wanker sits them next to each other? And he goes, this wanker. It's like, I don't know how the fuck it's like, I'm in charge of the seating plan for every single UFC event. I don't know how the fuck I missed that one. I'm a fucking idiot.
Gee, doing a seating plan would be so fucking shit.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fun. But it's of the utmost importance in a UFC event.
Oh, 100%. It'd be fucking annoying, though. But good to see the boys punch on. I love that.
Did you see Strickland? Because it was like Gilbert Burns was there with his family, and he's like, can you guys just get out of the way for a second? Like super calmly. Like, could you just get in there sort of get on the move? And then he just jumps up over the chair and starts getting into it.
Unbelievable.
And then he puts the video on his Instagram and he's like, this is why I tell you guys, this is why I shouldn't leave my house.
Just an absolute psychopath. Yeah. Is there any like tinfoil hat in you that thinks that like this there could be
set up?
Yep.
Yes.
As in like they were sitting next to each other. Do you really miss that? Does it sell fights?
It definitely sells fights.
Does it boost their profiles? Like, are they?
It does all of those.
Are they realistically going to punch on? Like, do they hate each other that much?
No. Oh, you're correct. All those things are correct, but they're like, you're fucking psychopaths. But look at the punches he's thrown when he jumps up on him. I was looking at the punches that Strickland was throwing, and I was like, are these like? Is he hitting him hard or is he not? Can you find the video, Dave? Because it just fell off the screen. Oh.
You know, like you're taking a bit of the wrestling from it here.
Like he's not really hitting him very hard there at all.
Yeah, like I see this as
marketing.
Marketing, yeah. Where he's hitting him, like sort of like bends him over and like getting him like lower in the. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Throwing those down elbows look like they'd fucking hurt.
I don't know either. All I'm saying is wouldn't shock me. Would not shock me. That's out of the wrestling handbook, this sort of stuff.
No, absolutely. And it's out of the YouTuber handbook, which is what the fucking...
And then they get to talk all this shit.
I know, and like he's already...
He's
funny. He doesn't even
Look
give
at
a
him,
fuck.
bro. He's like an ogre.
I know.
Unbelievable. Colby Covington's fight with Leon Edwards was
Bad.
not very good.
No, he got fucking dominated.
He didn't do anything.
No, he got dominated. He's a loser.
He threw nothing.
He's just a fucking loser, dude.
And then he came out afterwards and was like, that was such an easy fight. I don't even have a scratch on me.
He's literally
And
got blood
nose
coming out of
is,
his fucking
split
nose.
down the middle.
He's just a fuckwit. Like, I get he tries to, like, hype it up, but, like, he goes so rogue. Did you see he brought up Leon Edwards' dead father?
Oh, yeah, mate.
Like, sicko shit.
Completely classless.
Yeah.
He's so funny how, like, obsessed he's with Donald Trump. See Big Donald.
That's the thing. It's
he
so...
ran over to him and shit. I'm like, bro, chill
You want to
out.
talk cuck. It's like...
Like, you are the biggest fucking Trump cuck of all time.
And like this isn't even political. I just mean all you talk about is this older man, like...
Who's approaching 80.
Yeah, but like, Mr. Trump, he's so good, dude, and Mr. Trump, and it's like, what are you? You're way
Calm down.
You're trying to be this really cool dude, but then you reveal yourself to be this weird limp dick pussy who's obsessed with Trump.
It's fucking strange. It's really, really weird stuff. And he went out there and threw like 3 punches and got absolutely fucking pieced up.
Yeah. And out-wrestled. Like...
Was not close at all.
No. And still tried to celebrate like he was the champ.
Oh, mate. I fucking hate that. Like, did you win a round?
Yeah, no. Oh, he
Maybe one,
he
maybe
would have
the
won.
fourth.
He might have won the 4th and the 5th. But again, most of that was because Leon Edwards was like,
But the fight was
just
over
trying to
after
wrestle him.
the fight was over after 3 rounds.
Yeah.
That was it. And like, he didn't show any signs of knocking him out. That's for damn
No,
sure.
he didn't. Anyway, the card was still okay.
Bryce Mitchell got knocked the fuck
Dude,
out.
our flat earther. Did you see Bryce Mitchell's?
No, I didn't
Get
see
that
it.
up. It's hectic. It was hectic.
Good.
Like I
Because
was
Josh Emmett of Weird Guy fame.
Yeah, weird guy fame. Lost to
Is that in Sydney? Was.
yes, it was.
Yeah.
No, Perth.
Are you sure? Was it Perth? Now I'm
No, it
confused.
wasn't.
It was Sydney, wasn't
Oh,
it? Sure, it was Sydney.
I think it was Perth because he fought the Mexican dude, and then that was for the interim title while Volk was at lightweight fighting.
Oh, you're dead right. No, you are right.
Now, can we got volume on this thing? The sound is crazy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dude, he starts shaking and shit. He's having like seizures on the ground, Bryce, which is not cool.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Isn't this...
Oh,
Bro.
that is so hectic.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, bro, I don't like
No,
the
I
shaking.
don't like seeing the shaking.
I don't
stuff.
like that.
It's not
That's
nice
not
at
very
all.
nice. I don't like that
all.
bit. Is he okay? Is he okay?
He's all right.
We
He
heard
got out
from
of
him?
hospital
Yeah.
and shit. Like, I mean, I'm sure the concussion was not good.
That's fucking brutal.
Yeah. Very brutal.
Wow, Josh Emmett, scary guy.
Yeah.
Look at him
Weird
talking
guy,
now. I'm like,
scary
you are
guy.
like a fucking weirdo.
Paddy Pimblett back. He fucked up Tony Ferguson for a...
Tony needs to retire.
Yeah.
He needed to retire years ago.
Yep. Paddy did look good, though. We took basketball. It's thanks to our good friends at KO. Now, there's some basketball coming up over the Christmas and New Year period. Is that right? Can we please get that on screen for us?
Yes, that is.
I actually bumped into a friend of the show and CEO of the Sydney Kings the other day in Kmart.
Did you?
Pongy.
How is the great man?
Good. Well, he actually knocked a bunch of shit off a shelf and it made a noise. And then I popped my head around the corner because I'm a sticky beak. I'm a bit of a toddler. And was like, oh, what's that? And I was like, oh, someone's knocked something over. And I was like, oh, fuck, it's Pongy. How you doing, mate? Bit of a chat, you know, CEO of the fucking Violet Crumbles. Me, just a humble sports podcaster trying to find some Christmas lights. Christmas Day games.
Huge.
Violet Crumble's playing on Christmas Day, which on Christmas Day when there's fuck all going on, like there's nothing, I'm down for a bit of NBL.
Jack Jumpers as well. Jack Jumpers being the Tasmanian side, and I've got a soft spot for everything Tasmanian except the inbred stuff.
And
the name Jack Jumpers is the worst name of all time.
No, it's great. Do you know what a jack jumper is?
It's an ant.
It's an ant. It's a bloody deadly ant.
Is it actually deadly?
Do you hate the name Jack Jumper? I don't. I think it's better than Phoenix or Hawks. Like, at least it's a little bit different.
Hawks is good. Phoenix, whatever. Jack Jumpers is...
but it's different.
Nah. Yeah, but cool. Well, then why don't you just call them the Farts? Like, that's different too. Like, it's just not a good name.
I don't mind it. I actually don't mind Jack Jumpers as a name.
Tasmanian Farts.
They're like a uniquely Tasmanian
What about
thing.
the Tasmanian inbreds? That would be unbelievable.
The siblings. They don't kill you, Jack Jumpers?
No, they can, yeah. Between 1980 and 2000, there were 4 deaths that came from jack jumpers. Because the thing about them is that the deaths result from being like anaphylactic and allergic to their bite, but you'll never know if you are until you're actually bitten by one.
Right. So like you could argue that like peanuts have taken more scalps than those ants.
Well, they have, because peanuts exist outside of Tasmania.
It's a great point as well. But jack jumpers, their body count's not that high. You wouldn't say they kill. They can, but that's an anaphylactic thing as opposed to...
Four's okay.
I'm not saying it's nothing.
Okay, but you're shit scared of sharks. How many people they killed in Sydney in fucking 100 years? 2?
Well, hold on.
And you wouldn't even get in the fucking water.
Well, I did get in the water.
Yeah, but you had to have a couple of drinks and you were pretty fucking scared about it.
No, kid was in the water.
All I'm saying is you seem to have a problem with the jack jumper who's taken fucking 4 scalps in 30 years.
If I bump into a... What would you prefer to come across in a dark alley?
All I'm saying
jack jumper or a great white?
Well, by the numbers, jack jumper.
If you come across a jack...
By the numbers?
No.
Jack jumpers.
No. Incorrect. Jack jumpers have 4 scalps. Sharks are killing millions of people. Not millions. Heaps of people around the world.
The population of Tasmania is like 350,000. They got 4 scalps. Population of Sydney, 4 million. 2 kills in the last 100 years.
Just
do the number. Do the math.
But it's not Sydney. Because I'd be
math.
I'd be worried about a shark in Tahiti, bruh. It's not about Sydney. It's about sharks in the ocean. I don't need to worry about jack jumpers unless I'm outside of.
I'm saying if jack jumpers were everywhere, the math is they'd
kill more than sharks.
Apparently,
No,
that's what I'm saying.
That's not the math.
That is the math.
Because Tasmanians would probably get killed by sharks as well down there. Sharks are fucking.
No, jack jumpers per capita, fucking standing up. Taking scalps, and you're shitting all over them. You're all over the phoenix, which doesn't even exist.
I'm not all over the phoenix.
Phoenix is a bird that fucking comes back from the ashes.
I'm a Violet Crumbles guy. I'm not a phoenix guy. That's for damn sure.
All I'm saying is, I think you need to respect the jack jumper.
I will not
a little bit more when it's gone out there and it's taken 4 brave kills.
You need to be anaphylactic for it to actually kill you. It's not just going to kill you like a shark will kill you. It doesn't discriminate. Like, if I have an EpiPen, the shark isn't going to be like, oh, I'm not going to be able to kill you. Shark will kill you. So you can fucking leave your jack jumpers at the door. Anyway, Christmas Day basketball is what the people want. Boxing Day basketball.
That's what the people want. Jack jumpers.
Christmas Eve basketball.
Southeast Melbourne, Phoenix, 5:30. Kings, Hawks, 7:30. Both on Christmas Day. This is post-lunch. Post-sleep as well, if you're an afternoon sleep type operator, 5:30 and 7:30. Make smart decisions, only on KO, live and ad-free during play. You know the drill.
And then the next day, NBA, right?
Then the next day, the NBA Christmas Day games, which would be Boxing Day for the punter and the dribbler in the morning.
Now, there's a good chance that on Boxing Day, if there's NBA on, you're not going to be watching it because you'll be watching Test cricket. But, I mean, the Nuggets and the Warriors are playing. 6:30 a.m.
4 a.m., 6:30, 9. This is all before the cricket. That's all before the cricket.
This is if you get up really early. Say you get up at like 4, you can watch Knicks Bucks.
Well, if you want to watch LA Celtic at 9 o'clock,
that's 9 a.m.
Yeah, 9 a.m.
What you're going to do is get up at 3:30, so you can watch Knicks Bucks. Then you stay up 6:30. You got Nuggets Warriors. Then you've got
Lakers Celtics. You watch a bit of that, then you put the cricket on.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Yep.
Well,
split screen.
But you stay on with split screen. You're on KO. That's what you do.
Yeah. And then you just intermittently just
So if you're not,
flick over to Channel 7, watch the start of the Sydney Hobart, and then not think about it again until Wednesday when
That's
they tell
right.
you who wins.
That's right. I tell you what, you're missing a trick if you're not up at 3:30 in the morning for Nick's Bucks. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
That's a layup.
You see Giannis sprinting into the Pacers locker room to try and get the game ball because he scored 64 points, and they were like, "Don't give it to him." He like barges in there.
Did he get it?
I don't think so. They gave him a ball. He's like, "I don't think it's a game ball."
64 points, a lot of points.
It's not nothing, is it?
It's not nothing. Not nothing. I've kept looking up photos of like that.
Wembanyama.
Yeah, just like this guy is so tall. I can't get over it.
Can you find a photo?
7'4".
Yeah. Can you find a photo of? Now I don't know. He's a Croatian player. It's not Jokic from fucking the Nuggets. And it's his hands with Uno cards in them, and it's basically just showing you how big this cunt's hands are compared to Uno.
Oh
cards.
yeah, get me that. Give me that photo.
It is fucking absurd.
Nah, this has got to be a joke.
I don't know. Don't know, dude. I believe in invisibility cloaks. I reckon that's legit.
Don't know. I don't know.
Find it on Twitter and see what the comments are. That's real, dude. Look at his
His name's
ears.
Boban Marjanovic.
Marjanovic.
Nice.
I know.
Yeah,
this 'cause
people
James-
are saying these are probably mini travel cards.
Yeah.
No way. Look at
Yeah,
it. What's his dimensions? Can we find his dimensions?
Yeah.
Tom, I think you've been done over, mate.
Nah.
As usual.
Nah. I think it's fucking legit.
You reckon it's legit?
Yeah.
He's Jesus.
Jeannie Bouchard is the tweet we're looking at.
He's 2.24 meters.
Okay, give me that in feet because I'm a fucking
7 foot something?
Yeah,
2 point what?
2.24, 7'3".
Right, that's pretty fucking big. Okay, now let's see if you can find any.
Maybe. They're long fingers.
Dude, you see the way they can hold basketballs. Wembanyama as well. So there's a video of like after a game, Wembanyama, and they're shaking hands and shit with like the opposition. And the guy's like, after he shook Wembanyama's hand, he goes to his teammate or something. And he's like, "That's like the biggest hand I've ever seen in my life." I don't think it's fake, dude. Look at him holding a basketball. Look at the size of those fucking hands.
Oh, no. So look at the far left photo. Look at that.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
monster.
No,
that's legit, dude.
The photo's legit.
Look at him down here. Look at this one with his hand up against the other one. Holy fucking shit, dude.
Yeah, no, he's just got the biggest hands of all time. Him biting on the basketball is insane.
That's
as well.
is that real? Is that a real size basketball? That doesn't look real size.
This looks like it might be an AI.
Is that with his
photo or
missus?
something.
Get that photo. The next one. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Far out.
Imagine being with someone that tall.
Or just where your height is that different. So like for her as well, you're like, Jesus Christ, you were the goddamn giant.
Literally, you're with one of the tallest people on the planet.
Hand down there. He's looking at him. He's doing high fives to people. That
I stand corrected.
Yeah. Apologies.
I stand corrected.
No, well, because you were saying I'm a fucking loser who gets there. He's like, you would fall for that. Look at the size of that guy's hands.
Unbelievable. Check it out. Boban Marjanovic. Shout out to KO.
Shout out to KO. Shout out to the punter and the dribbler. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. We'll be around.
We'll give you a little bit of a rundown, shall we?
We shall.
Thursday, we will have another interview podcast with friend of the show, Nude Soon, Luke Bracey, back in town.
So we're just going to shoot the shit, get on the piss.
Shoot the shit, catch up, hang out, have a good time. Thank you to everyone who had nice things to say as well about Courtney-Ack. That was a fun potty. I still can't believe that they stick their testicles back up in their body when I tried it.
How'd you go?
10 seconds into it, I was like, this ain't happening. I'm not saying it's not true.
So you got them up there?
No.
Did you play? You were playing at the front, weren't you? Playing around at the front?
I played as instructed.
Okay.
Couldn't do it.
So you'd rather just sit on them?
No, I'm not a drag queen.
I'm just
saying I can't do it.
No, I was just saying.
Well, no, I wouldn't want to sit on my testicles. But I tell you what, Eddie, Try shoving them up into your body.
I haven't tried yet.
Well, you should try.
Well, I'm not going to try right now, but I'll report back.
Sure. You could try right now. It wouldn't be that weird. We could put a big blur over you and you just try and grunt your way through it.
Could. Not going
to?
No.
Not made of the right stuff. But didn't work for me, Courtney. I don't know how the fuck you do it. So basically we'll be doing best ofs and main pods because we still obviously will be joining you to talk Test cricket and whatever the fuck else is going on. But so 2 shows a week. One of them will be the best of. The other one will be us on location wherever the fuck we are.
Correct. And we'll just keep doing that until we stop doing it. And you'll know then.
We'll be back then. You'll be like, oh, okay, you're back. I'm like, yep.
Yep. Because you're not doing them anymore.
No.
Remotely, that is.
Also, funny enough, someone was sending us photos. I didn't know this dude. Didn't know it, but we were like big big lunch break fucking TV guys the other day.
Yeah. Shout out to our friends at Macca's and KO for all their support. Listen, we're not all big set guys, but Tom and I are. And it's not for everyone's set life, let me tell you.
Long days, early mornings,
Like late nights.
Late nights.
Like we were on set the other night till like 12:30 in the morning, you know? So it's not for everyone that set life.
Pound and favourites.
Yeah.
Coffees.
Great call by the coffee, bit of pizza just to wash
Bring us
things down.
home.
I've eaten very poorly
This last week's
in
been
the last week. Like not good at all.
I'd been in a good rhythm, and this last week,
I'm not in a good rhythm with.
My Thursday eats after the fucking Christmas party was diabolical.
I am just not in a good rhythm this time of year for anything. I don't run anymore. Gym sessions have really dried the fuck up. I'm eating poorly. I'm drinking a lot. It's just the time of year.
I know, but I want to try and like mix in some positive.
Well, that's you. Yeah, that's I'll let you do what you want to do at Parish of Blue.
Oh, absolutely.
I probably won't be.
No, I would be surprised if you were to do anything.
But Merry Christmas to the punter and the dribbler. I'm gonna wish you Merry Christmas again on Thursday though. So just know that.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Could you two just not talk anymore?